Good morning. I have more information about this jerk who was trying to drive a car into people the other day here in Sweden. First, here's something from Austria. A former board member of the Association for the Blind, who is totally blind herself, she ordered a taxi to drop her off at the Innsbruck airport. So she was standing there and she had this dog helping her, you know. She was waiting for the taxi, and the taxi arrived and the driver said no. He refused to take the dog. I can just imagine this. You know, he said, "I don't like dogs. You can't bring the dog." And she said, probably, you know, "I need the dog. I'm blind. I will not survive without it." And he said, no, I don't like dogs." Taxi operators Anton Eberl and Harold Flecke apologized for the incident, but stressed that they only mediate calls and they do not own the taxis. And they said that drivers had to be told again and again about the rules. According to this newspaper in Austria, 80% of the drivers now have a migrant background, and some of them traditionally regard dogs as impure. Yeah. So, you don't like dogs? Why? Yeah, you hate dogs, I suppose. Impure. Yeah. I thought they were creations of God. Alright, so this guy, this jerk, he was actually trying to run this car into people the other day here in Sweden, in the town of Östersund. And now media is all over this story. Yeah, they actually talk about it a lot. So there are different types of information. Yeah. He was expelled, deported from Sweden in 2016. And then he returned again last year. And in a local newspaper, when he was supposed to be deported, he was hailed as an example of successful integration in connection with his deportation in 2016. The driver is from Uzbekistan, and he has Kazakhstani citizenship. Also, TV4 News is talking about this guy. According to TV4 News, the man has reported to the police that he had an intention to drive into people, but that he was threatened to do it. Somebody threatened him to do it. Yeah, I don't know if this is true. This is mainstream media. The man came to Sweden in 2012 through Poland. He sought asylum several times, and he did lie. One thing that he lied about, he said his father was a prosecutor and had prosecuted a mafia boss, which would have resulted in death threats against this guy. And then later he said that this wasn't true. It was fantasy. This is according to Expressen. That's another fake news media paper. So I don't know if this is true either. So in 2016 he was expelled with his family, a wife and 2 children. And it was in connection with this expulsion that this local newspaper made a couple of articles in which the husband and his wife were presented as examples of successful integration. They said, for instance, the man and the woman, this is a young couple with jobs in healthcare and 2 young children, a seemingly perfect addition to this aging society. The problem is that they now have to leave Sweden against their will. That's what this newspaper wrote. Yeah. This is quite typical. Alright, so now he tried to run a car into people here in Sweden. That's gratitude, isn't it? Right. That's all. Be good. Bye.